I'm live. Hey guys, welcome to 3 Mississippi. Sit here, doing my thing. Got lots of people in here already. I love it. I love it. We got the beautiful and talented and fabulous Auntie Anne and the amazing Lila Newton. Hello. We've got Paul Honeyman. Hello, Paul. Let's see what else we got in here. Life with Tamara and David. Hello, hello, hello. Randy says hello from, I'm going to say it wrong because I can't see the screen, Koskiskusku. I know I'm butchering that. Mississippi. Found your channel recently. Mississippi can be okay to live in as long as you live in the country, not inside the town limits. Too many restrictions. Appreciate you. Well, thank you, Randy. Yes, we're definitely not under any town or city restrictions here at all. We are out of ways and happy to be out of ways. So we like it. MT Homestead, the fabulous Mike and Terry. I can't believe I get to see you guys in like a month. That's crazy. I'm so excited to see everybody in like a month. I'm so excited. Drew's Lens. What is going on? MT Homestead sent you. I love it. Lindsay into the mist. Hello. Oh my goodness, we got all the goodies in here. Greg, hello. Patricia, hello, hello. Hi guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. While you guys are all filing in here, I am looking forward to 10 Killer and seeing everybody in just a little over a month, a smidgen over a month. I know I'm gonna get to see a few people sooner than that, but I can't talk about that yet. That's on the DL. And I apologize too. We have been light on sipping and spillings this week because life. So I am getting up very, very early tomorrow to fly back home to California for a few days and visit some friends and family. And so getting everything ready for me to be gone when you're the mom takes longer than you think it's going to take. So I only just finished packing about 5 minutes ago. Because I got put off till the last minute, which my OCD was not enjoying. Normally I will pack like a week ahead of time because that's how I am. So that was a struggle for me to wait till the last minute, but I did it. I pretended like it didn't bother me for a whole week. Triumph. So there you go. Randy Jameson says, hello from Oklahoma. We left Colorado and are buying a place in Arkansas. Nice. I love it. Beth says she hasn't even started packing yet. What? You better get on it. She's going to be throwing things in a duffel bag at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Lordy. Lila says she's already packing for 10 Killer. I know. Well, at least 10 Killer I'm driving to. So those trips don't stress me out as much because I can like accumulate snacks and stick them aside in a bag that's going in the truck. I can like, stuff like that. You don't have to worry about like, I can only have 3.4 ounces, you take the whole bottle of shampoo if you need to, like it doesn't matter. But when you're flying, you gotta, measure everything out like you're a drug dealer before you get on the plane. So that's exhausting. And you don't realize how many like creams and lotions and things you use on a daily basis until you go to fly. And then you go, why am I using all these creams and lotions? Like without it, will I just dehydrate and turn into one big crack? It's possible. I don't know. So anyway, that's what's happening in my world. But I am excited to go home and see everybody and check in on the left coast and my people there. So I am excited about that. And I'm hoping that Frankie and Mike fare okay without me for a few days. So my cat just crawled in a cupboard. That's cool. Yeah. Auntie Anne says she packs way ahead of time and then she adds something every day and then she gets to unpack and pare down again. See, I do that too normally. I do the same thing where I'm like, oh, do I really need 12 pairs of jeans? I'm only going to be gone for 3 days. The answer is no, I don't need 12 pairs of jeans. But then you start thinking, well, I'm going to be on vacation. So I'm not going to be eating like I normally eat. So I'm probably going to get bloated after about day 2. And then I'm going to need the bigger jeans. See, that's where my mindset goes. So I'm just saying, I'm just saying. Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse, put everything in one bottle. That should cut down on the frustration. Well, that would be a hot mess, wouldn't it? I can only imagine. Hello, Beth. Beth Cornett. Hello. Sherman's Family Farm. Hello, hello, sir. My goodness. I know. So, yeah, but I know Mike's excited to go to 10 Killer because, he hasn't gone anywhere and he's not coming with me to California. He's holding down the fort here with Frankie. And we got our first batch of meat birds in, our first batch of Mississippi meat birds in, I should say. So I'm hoping that there are not a lot of casualties while I'm gone because neither one of them are as good with the animals as I am. I should say with the birds. Frankie's better with like the quadrupeds. She does fine with them. The birds, not always as well. So hopefully everything will be okay. Tim from Ridge Life. What's up, peeps? Can't see comments using speech to text because he's driving. He's probably about to get pulled over again. You see, Tim, do you see those flashing lights behind you? That means you're supposed to pull to the shoulder. I'm just saying. you know. Uh No judgment here with Tish Ross. Hello. They're on later tonight on Full Blown Country. Pretty and Pooch. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so I gotta try to get to bed early tonight. But I thought so here's what happened. I was making salad in the kitchen. I had got back from the hardware store, so I have a truck bed full of wood because they need it for this week while I'm gone. And I was making salads, and then uh, I knew in my brain that Frankie had youth group tonight because she always has youth group on Wednesday, and that they were doing an Easter egg hunt because it got delayed from last week because of the storm. And so, but it didn't occur to me. I was thinking, oh, I have an hour before the live. I'll make the salads, I'll eat real quick, and that way, right after the live, I can go to bed. No. Frankie comes walking out with her jacket, and I'm like, oh, I have to leave right now to take you to youth and come home, get the live ready, and then I have to leave to go get her again. And I was like, oh, I guess I'm eating at 7:30 tonight, which means I'll go to bed at like 8:30, which is not late, but still, I was trying to get to bed earlier than that. But Mama Murphy, hello. Week has been busy. The week has been busy, but it's good. Definitely. Pure Okie, hello. My goodness, my goodness. Hello, hiking with Jackie Boy. I always want to say it with like an Irish brogue. Hiking with Jackie Boy. I feel like that's how it should be said. I don't know why. Sometimes things like stick in my brain because my brain's weird. And I'm sorry, Mike is here. You probably hear like Charlie Brown's teacher in the background. He's on the phone still with work. So we'll see. And hopefully I might duck out of here like 10 minutes early and let Mike carry out the live at the end just because they're not having youth group at the church. They're having it at the park. And I don't want her like stuck outside waiting for me. Normally it's no big deal. She could wait for a few minutes outside or inside church and help clean up from youth group and from everything. But randomly in the park, I don't know if I really want her not like it's not safe, but still. Treasure hunter, hello. My goodness. Yeah, so they did get we had kind of an interesting weekend. We had a lot of things that we were going to get done on the coop, and we actually I was behind on working on a video because we shot the video kind of behind schedule, and so I ended up having to work on editing that on Saturday. But our buddy Ryan and his son Braxton came over and helped Mike, and they got all of the wiring on the outside and the gates up. Sam, I am $20 super chat because you ain't Mississippi tan yet fund. I love it. Thank you. I didn't launch a light tonight, so I might not look very, very tan, but I promise you I am. I'm even wearing shorts. Like, I'm not pasty white. Yeehaw. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so they came over and they got that done, and it had rained a little bit on Saturday, but it wasn't like a downpour. and they actually got quite a bit done. And then on Sunday after church, Morgan, Ryan's daughter, wanted to spend the night. Ryan Beth's daughter wanted to spend the night, and they had just had a sleepover at Beth's house, Beth and Ryan's house, like the night before or 2 nights before. I forget what night it was. It's all blending together. And I was like, look, if y'all want to have another sleepover again, that's fine. But we have some stuff we have to do. Well, one thing led to another, and we ended up kind of doing a bunch of like hodgepodge odds and ends things, like chopping trees and hauling branches and a burn pile. And I ended up moving the refrigerator in the garage and like doing just weird stuff that was like on my list of things to do. And so that was on Saturday, or on Sunday rather, after church. And then Monday, the girls did quite a bit too. They like cleaned the Polaris, and they they cleaned out the inside of my truck, and they did some random odds and ends of things that I'd been meaning to get to but hadn't. So it was kind of nice to be able to get some of that stuff done while I worked on some of the things that I needed to get done too. And I had to go run a couple errands. And so, Scott Burke, have a good, safe trip, Sid. God bless you in your travels. Thank you. We will. It's gonna be weird to kind of go back after being gone for a while. After I've lived there my whole life until here. So it's gonna be interesting to go home and see everybody. And you know, I still keep up with my town back there and like what's going on and the drama and you know that, just because it's funny to me to like kind of see it. But yeah, I'm excited to go home and see my friends and family that I haven't gotten to see. So Gunga Din says, you keep saying you're going home. You are home now. That's true. This is home. It's not like I don't think of this as being home. But I mean it in the sense like where, it's like where you're from is always like your home. Even if you hated it, even if you fled it with your pants on fire, it's still home, because that's like I know where all the freeways go. I know all the back streets. Like that's home. Like I know where all the places are, right? I'm still learning all that stuff here, although I have made leaps and bounds in the last couple of weeks of being able to get around to different places without putting my GPS on. Y'all should be so proud. But yeah, it's your family, your friends that have known you for 20, 30, 40 years. Like I'm going to see my one friend who we were in each other's weddings and we've been friends since we were 2. So, I mean, like that's home. You know what I mean? Not that I don't love it here, not that this is not home, of course. And people think it's funny when I say that, but you can have 2 homes. I have 2 homes, I feel like. You hear a kitty. Oh yeah, Marty walked by and got startled because Skylar is over here on the side of the couch, and she like stretched out and like freaked him out, I should say. So Wild and Free in Tennessee. Hey, hey. Awesome, you are going out there. Woo, woo. Yep. I do love always nice to go back home, even if it is Cali. I know. There's some, I know people think of California as, we've talked about this before, as like, LA and San Francisco. And I did not live in either of those 2 places. And the place that we lived in was, in fact, I was telling Beth, she's my friend from here who's coming home with me. And I was telling her, I was like, if we go, we're going to go to Ramona one night because we're going to have dinner with some friends out there, and who I've been friends with since I was 16, right? And his fiance, which is so great that I can finally say that because they've been together forever and they finally got engaged like a couple months ago. So I'm so excited. But so we're going to have dinner with them one night. And I was like, I'll show you Ramona. I said, if you blink, you're going to miss the town. And it's basically like driving through Houston. It's very similar. So same kind of shops, little antique shops, little mom and pop places, a couple, big name places. But, so I'm like, you'll see. That's why I don't feel like such a fish out of water here, because it's like downtown Houston is the same as downtown Ramona. Like it's like a little strip of Main Street and that's it. So, Paul Honeyman's trying to get himself in trouble with Auntie Anne. I don't know what happened there. He's like, did you see my post before I deleted it? It must have been bad. Oh my goodness. Oh, Josh with Sherman Family Farms is going to be on with Pretty and Pooch on Full Blown Country tonight at 7 after us. Look at that. I did not know that. And then Brian from Vineyard Farmhouse, I know you sent it. I have to look real quick. I can't remember who he's got on tonight off the top of my head because admittedly, I have been extra scattered this week trying to get everything done. Bar Run Forge. Live with co-host Bar Run Forge. There you go. So it's gonna be good night of entertainment of the people talking and saying the words. So that's exciting. I was gonna tell you guys something else. Oh, I couldn't get a hold of those of you that saw the video where I got my geese, and I suspect that the one is a tuft Roman, the male specifically, unfortunately. And it's looking more and more like he is. And I tried to call McMurray, and their phone bank was so full that it says you cannot wait in line on the phone bank. You must call back later. Well, I didn't get a chance to call back later. So I'm gonna have to wait till I get back from the left coast to call him and be like, what happened? Why you send me wrong goose? So, which is a bummer because I'm gonna have to wait till like next season to get the right goose to start breeding since that's the only male. So that's a little unfortunate. I'm not excited about that, but you know. Oh, Gungadin said he saw a report earlier today that Cali is having a wildflower flower bloom from all of the rain. Watch out this fall for fires that follow. Yeah, unfortunately, you know, they got a lot of rain this year. So fire season should not be too bad, provided like August and September don't get too crazy hot and dry and windy. It's usually when you have it really dry, really hot, and then the wind kicks up that we have the really bad problems when we have not had rain for a very long time. But they had nothing but rain this winter. So in theory, it shouldn't be too bad. And there's probably, I mean, the Carlsbad flower fields is always like the big draw that blooms for a few weeks, starting right about now, I believe, and goes through like May, I think. Excuse you, sir. But you know, what are you gonna do? That's right, Scott Burke, smash that like button. I love it. I love it. I love it. Lake Mead is up too, Tiger says. Okay. I love it. I love it. I know. So yeah, let's see. What else is I can tell you guys? Whew. Yeah, so okay, so every night this week, with the exception of tonight, Mike is working on the coop some because we're not having, well, we are supposed to get a few showers tomorrow, but for the next like week, we're not supposed to have any rain. And he's going to till part of his plot for his garden, and then he's going to they worked on it last night a little bit, working on the doors for the coop, and his brand new nail gun was cranky. It was not working. So he had to like take it all apart and fix it. So that kind of ate up some daylight, unfortunately. I think it needed or I don't know, or he switched to a different nail gun. I'm not sure what happened because I had to go inside at one point and I was like, I didn't hear the rest of the saga, but, and I just went and picked up the rest of the materials that he needed to, in theory, between what he already has and what he needed to finish the coop while I'm gone. So I would not be surprised if when I get back, my birds that are feathered out and already outside wouldn't be moved into the coop. So we'll see. Lindy, do you decide to join the live? Yeah. So funny. And then we had, yesterday it was so funny. I had to go run errands, right? And I was going to the store to get stuff for them for while I'm gone because I can't trust them to go grocery shopping while I'm gone. It'll be just nothing but Twinkies and burritos. So I went to the store to go get some vegetables and things, and it was an absolute like monkey circus football situation. I forgot that I had the gal coming yeah, there's a mobile dog groomer gal who comes around and does like the girls' nails every couple months and gives them a good de-shedding and like gives them a good scrub down because um, I can't wash them in the house like I could at the old house. I don't have a tub shower situation that's big enough and the right kind of like nozzle. And I struggle best with doing it with them outside because they don't stay still and it's a mess. And I've tried to do it and I'm just like, you know what? It's easier to have a professional do it. And I forgot that she was coming. I remembered that she was coming, but I forgot to tell Mike and I wasn't going to be there. Well, and he also had the tractor guy come in to fix a tire on the tractor. And so apparently it was just everybody was here all at once. The dogs didn't know what to do, what was going on. It's just apparently a big mess. So it is what it is. I don't know. Yes, that's right. Thumbs up, everybody. That's what Tim says. And what Tim says goes. Auntie Ann says never fails when you're in a hurry. Something always breaks. I must have missed something. That's right. Life with Tamara Davis says, I love German Shepherds. Used to have 2 sable German Shepherds. Oh, I love it. He thought it was funny. He actually was okay with it, Auntie Ann. Like he didn't, because I even said, I texted him, because she texted me and said, I'll be there in 20 minutes, which I didn't see right away. I saw it like 40 minutes later and I'm like, oh, she's at the house. He had no idea she was coming. So I texted him right away and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to tell you about the dog groomer. I told him about the dog groomer. In fairness, I did tell him about the dog groomer last week because she was supposed to come last week. But because we were having really bad weather, she was like, hey, do you want to push it out a week since I washed them outside and it's going to be raining? Like, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. And I had told Mike that instead of this Tuesday, she's coming next Tuesday, but I didn't remind him. And so, of course, it was complete and utter surprise to him that she knocked on the door. But, oh, that the nail gun broke. Yes. See, I already forgot what I was talking about. See, Auntie Ann, that's how addle-brained I am. And it's hard because I don't like to do the lives by myself. I get very flustered. I forget what I've said. I feel awkward. Tim knows what I'm talking about. No, I'm just kidding. Tim's never awkward. Just me. But I am naturally awkward. So that's just part of my charm, if you will. But and then I also forget like what I'm going to talk about because I don't make notes and I should, especially when I think there's a strong possibility that I could end up by myself. So I don't know, man. It is what it is. Jerry Jones, how are you doing? I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Yeah, I got my one German Shepherd over here and my Aussie Shepherd over there, and they're clean, but they're passed up. Oh, yeah. These two, this will be the hard part. They don't do well when mommy's not home. Sometimes, like, they won't eat. They'll eat by like day 3. They'll start eating, but like out of protest, and they'll just be out of sorts. The cat will be out of sorts. The other cat will be out of sorts. Like nobody can function when mama's not here. So it's a little bit, it's a little challenging for them in fairness. Like it's just, I'm the one that feeds them. I'm the one that takes them out. I'm the one that, gives them their medicine and does their stuff. And so when mommy's not here, it's like, is somebody going to feed us? Is somebody going to take us to go potty? Like, they have no idea. It's very scary. Your dog won't eat when you're gone because she's your spoiled baby. I know. See, that's how they are, Auntie Ann. They get attached and then they get used to their routine. And then, and I told Mike, I was like, you're going to have to get up and make sure Frankie gets up on time to make it to the bus because she can't miss school. And like, you got to make sure. I mean, she's really good. She sets her alarm and she gets up and she gets ready. There's been a couple times where she's turned her alarm off. And I've gone in there a little bit after 6, which is later than she would normally get up. And I've been like, hey, her light's still off. And I'm like, hey, get up. And she's like, oh no, my alarm didn't go off. Or, oh, I hit snooze or whatever. And she bolts out of bed and throws on clothes and starts getting her stuff together. But, Oh, Cindy Brown says her husband won't eat vegetables when she's gone. Oh no, my husband made a point of saying, make sure you get some vegetables. I did also get them one of those take and bake pizzas that they can have tomorrow night because I figure the first night they're going to be like, yeah, let's have pizza. So I did get them a take and bake pizza. And I always have like some frozen stuff. Like I always have like I call them emergency burritos. I always have a few frozen burritos in there. I've got some frozen euros in there right now, which we haven't tried yet. I don't know. They could be terrible. I have no idea. They just looked intriguing one day at the store and they were on sale. And I was like, throw these in the freezer with the emergency burritos. I have emergency euros. And then there's always frozen veggies in the fridge, and then there's or in the fridge, that's cute, in the freezer, and there's fresh veggies in the fridge, and then there's some canned veggies on the shelf in the pantry. So, did we hear something that intrigued us? I don't know. David Glunt, I used to give my dog a bath. She was digging around the grease. Oops. Digging around the grease trap and smells really bad. Oh no. Oh, that's not good. Not good. Rebel at Heart. Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness. Did you just say shake and bake pizza? No, I said take and bake. Take and bake. Is that like not a thing out here? Do you not call it a take and bake? Maybe that's the West Coast thing. I don't know. But it's like the pizzas that are like done. They're like, you can get them at like Walmart and like some of the grocery stores have them where they're not frozen and they're in like the deli section in like the pizza box and you just go take it and then you bake it. So it's like raw and then you cook it, but it's all assembled and not frozen. Take and bake, they call it. I don't know. That's what there used to be a place called Take and Bake. I don't know if there still is. There used to be a chain called Take and Bake in California that you would go, you'd order your raw pizza and you would take it home and bake it yourself. So, which, a lot of times if I'm like when we have like when Mike's garden's in full bloom and we have those really nice heirloom tomatoes, I'll make like pizza dough from scratch and I'll do like the whole margarita pizza, white pizza. I did one when we had goat's milk and I had made cheese, and I made one with stuff from the garden and that, and it was like amazing. That's like the best pizza, like the homemade. You make it all yourself. You grew some of it yourself. Like that's the best. So it's called Papa Murphy's there. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody have to look it up. There used to be one called it was like I can remember the sign, what the sign looked like. And there was like a few, I want to say it was a chain. There was like a few of them and it was called Take and Bake. And I think it was more like in Northern California because I remember when I was in Northern California, like people talking about it more. But then grocery stores started carrying essentially take and bakes down here or down there. And then they have them like at Walmarts and stuff everywhere. So I don't know. Are you rearranging my furniture, Lindy? Thank you. I had to get a new area rug for in here because the dogs, one of the dogs, had an accident. And it was such a severe accident that no amount of scrubbing, no amount of remover, no amount of sprays, potions, lotions, bleach, nothing was getting it out. It was bad. Bad. So I got it like cleaned, but you could still, there was like a faint, I feel like it finally went away by the time the new rug came. But anyway, I rolled up that rug and I put a new rug down, but it's a little more flimsy because it's a washable rug. So I can like literally, if they mess this one, because you have 5 feet of carpet in one spot, that's where the dogs are going to have the accident. That's where the cat's going to throw up. That's where all the things are going to happen. Not on the hardwood floor. It's going to happen on the one area rug you have, right? So anyway, that's the thing. See, Ken Cross says there is one in Fort Bragg, California. See, yeah, take and bake. That's right. Oh, it's not a shake and bake. It's take, like Take. Take and bake. Like you take the pizza and then you bake it. Not a shake and bake. Shake and bake was like chicken commercials in the 80s or Talladega Nights. Shake and bake. That's right. See? Kimber K, hello. That's right, you guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Help a sister out since I'm flying solo tonight. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Exactly, James. That's where I got this one. Was the Take and Bake Pizza in the Walmart deli. Um, I've seen them other places too, like the Albertsons and I think Bonds. Well, those are both California chains, so I don't know what they have out here that would be equivalent to those. But yeah, I guess maybe Kroger. Oh, I've seen them at Kroger. They have them at Kroger too. Yeah. Jen, who's all packed and ready to go. Jen's coming with us too. Um, I'm assuming she is. I'm packed except for like, the stuff you pack last minute, like my hairbrush in the morning and stuff like that. Ah, you had a boat named Wake and Bake. Oh, that's funny. Oh, you're not packed yet? Good job. Well, I know what you're going to be doing tonight. Oh, so a girls' trip. It didn't start out that way. It started out with me going home for a memorial service. The memorial service got postponed. Um, and uh, Beth was like wanting to go. And I was like, okay. And then Jen was like, well, I want to go. And I was like, okay. And so then it just turned into what it turned into. So, but I'm going to see my mom and my aunt and my friends that are like family out there, and it'll be good to see everybody. So I'm excited. Well, girls trip makes it sound like we're just gonna be like, I don't know, doing shots with sailors somewhere downtown, and that's, you know what I mean? Like that's not the vibe of the trip. Like, you know, like that's just not the vibe. So I don't know, I'm hesitant to call it. Maybe we would call it like the senior citizen version of a girls trip, perhaps, like where we're in bed by 9, and like, I think that's probably more accurate. I don't know. Anyway, oh my goodness. Thank you, Donnie. Donnie says, I hope you have a great and safe trip. I know. And then when I get back, oh, Auntie Anne says she's down for shots with sailors. See, I knew you knew how to party, girl. I knew it. Yeah, and then when we get back, I'm not gonna tell you who yet. I'm not gonna tell you why, but I'm gonna have some house guests when I get back. That you'll have to like tune in and see what's going on. But I'm excited about that. Um, can't wait to be able to spill the beans on all of that. But exciting visitors coming. Not this weekend, but next week. And I told Mike, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna come back from being gone for a few days and immediately probably need to like take stock of everything and like clean everything again. And then we're gonna have house guests. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to do laundry. I'm gonna have to get the house cleaned because I'm like that person that I know like if somebody is coming, I'm gonna really clean the house if they're gonna come to stay. Because I'm not gonna just be like, oh, I did my normal like daily cleaning. I have to like clean the house, like deep clean it the day before they come. And I know they're gonna think I'm crazy for that, the people that are coming, because they don't care. But I care. And that's the thing. So no judgment here. Tish says our girls' trip was converted as well. It goes that way sometimes, right? Oh my goodness. Southern Blessed Homestead. Hello. Man, I watched that video of you loading up the hogs and where you were getting your injury on. Hopefully you're healed up okay now. I didn't say I was going for a girls trip like that. Paul Honeyman says, wow, she's going for a girls trip and bringing the sailors back. She's brave. Now I got my own sailor at home. I don't need to bring any more back. One's all I can handle. And a key word was, we're not doing shots with sailors at the Embarcadero. So there's that. Oh, Janice Hicks, they're getting some hummingbirds. I've been getting them here for the last week and a half, 2 weeks now. In fact, I just emptied and washed all my feeders and refilled them this morning so that they'll be okay for while I'm gone. Um, that was obnoxious. Um, Auntie Anne says, "Yeah, you work your butt off cleaning for company, and then they don't notice." Oh, especially men. Either that, or they're like, "Oh, you didn't have to clean. This place is fine. Like it's fine." And I'm like, "Yeah, because I cleaned it. It's fine because I cleaned it. You see those sparkling windows? It's fine because I cleaned it." See, men don't care. Yeah, men are just gonna leave their underwear on the floor anyway, so it doesn't attract mud in the house. So they don't care. You know, big country. Blame it all on my roots. I peed on your boots. Oh no, men don't notice anything. I know. Unless you come to the door like wrapped in saran wrap, I don't think they notice. And even then, they may not. They may just think it's an interesting fashion choice because that's how men are. So Jen's like, I noticed the shine on the floor when I visited. Well, I was very excited because I was struggling with my mop and this floor because I have different textured floors in almost every room of the house, and which somewhat drive me insane, because when you're cleaning them, it's a struggle, and the kitchen floor is really, really shiny. So as soon as you like leave a mop mark on it, it has to like dry. If you like, I mean, it will really like 5 minutes later, it looks dirty again. So I got one of those shark things with the removable pads. And even though I was like taking my mop head off and washing it and doing all the things, it just wasn't getting it done anymore. So I was like, I need a better system. And this has the cleaner, you spray it. It also has a little vacuum thing. Because the other thing with hardwood floors is while you're mopping, even though you vacuumed first, you're finding it's pulling up little bits of schmegma and schmutz everywhere. And so then this sucks it up. So then you don't have to go vacuum again afterwards or be left with things you didn't see. So that's exciting. So jump to Gemma. Mama Mary says to tell you hey from all of us. I just came in and she watches you religiously. LOL. Oh, thank you. Well, hi back. Mike is hiding. No, Mike is still at work. There was a little, I guess, kerfuffle, and he had some things he still had to work on. So he has not emerged um, from the office. So he's, fashionably late as always. So I thought I was going to be able to duck out a few minutes early so I could go get the kid, but I may not be able to since I'm flying solo. Lonely Hitchhiker Kent, he says, I agree, James. I would notice saran wrap for sure. Maybe not. Yes, I love the mock back. Like, who knew? I mean, I got the cheap one. I got the one that was like $70. I know there's one that's supposed to be like the shizzle, and it's like 500 and something dollars, but I was like, I not doing that. But $70, and it's like a game changer. Like I can take it up and down the stairs. It's super easy, like much better. I'm like trying to keep up here. Paul Honeyman says